Yeah, this one, I had, this is a tip to any other artists out there. Use Fiverr. Fiverr is a website that you can get on that does freelance work. You can literally look at people's whole resume of things they've done, hire them for a relatively cheap price. And if they mess it up, you don't have to, you won't even have to pay. If they do mess it up, you can get a bunch of edits done on it. They get everything done so well. And I came to him with this idea, and man, that chick, she nailed that album cover.
Oh
I
wow.
love it. I
What's her
love the way it
name?
looks.
Do you remember
I
her
don't
name?
remember her name, to be honest. Somebody on Fiverr. You could find it if you look through. There's only one artist with this like psychedelic fluorescent style.
Yep.
Yeah. Fiverr's been great for me. I would let my brother tell you about his album cover. Oh, you did do one.
Oh yeah, but it was like I had it my the one so I have an album from before that's called the Looney Tunes, and I
Yeah.
think it's on like SoundCloud. I think that I
Did you
think
get on Bandcamp?
I don't remember if it's on Bandcamp. It was just a mixtape, but I put it. I think it's on SoundCloud. But I had a local person do it, and mine was very symbolic. And the whole album cover, everything on it was symbology based off
Yeah.
of the yeah, the gospel of hip hop was where I drew a lot of that inspiration from. Like 9 stars in the sky having representation of the 9 elements of hip hop, and then like 9 rays of light coming off of like a light pole, and then like and there was like 4 steps that was representatives of something, and then like there was a whole bunch of shit, and one of the ones I thought was really cool that I kind of changed on that album cover was in hip hop, you know, they had like the divine mother, because the hip hop, you know, a lot of times mothers raise their children during the fucking 70s and shit because of the crack crisis, or yeah, the crack shit going on, and just like communities being destroyed like that, and families being attacked. There was like the divine mother, but we were raised by a mother and father, so I was kind of putting this twist on it, and it changed to like a full family and the strength of a father as well. So I put my dad and my mom, and then I actually had the artist put my brother on the one of the steps just to get him in there.
He looked nothing like
Honestly, you know, like I love the artists that did it. They're great graffiti artists. The dudes that do it, the one of the gentlemen that did it, he does graffiti in the city, and I think I'll only mad respect and love to him because him and his homie, that's what they do for their work. And out here, it's not a common thing, but they're like they get hired to go fucking paint shit and do their graph, and I fucking yeah, and they're great at what they do, and I think that it's awesome that they get to make a living doing it, you know. So mad respect to that. But yeah, one of those gentlemen did it for me, and it just didn't turn out how I don't know if I didn't get the idea across. I don't know if I didn't get it across right or what, but it came through very generic in my opinion. But the the symbology is there. So what, and also all the arts underneath it. When you listen to the album, I was very pleased with my first mixtapes in terms of what came across. So I can't complain about it. And like I said, the symbology is there. So if people are willing to look into it down in the future, they'll be like, oh, this actually had some shit underneath it. You know what I mean? Some weight to it.
So short answer, local graffiti artist
Fuck you, dude.
for him. Like with you, dude.
That's cool. Nah, that's awesome. What advice would you give someone who wants to start off in music? They haven't made one song yet. They just want to start.
The most important thing is actually start. Don't sit around and just wonder about it. People do this all the time. They're just like, they have these ideas in their head, but they never actualize any of it. Just like, you don't have to set any goals. You don't have to do anything. If you love it, sit down. You can find beats on YouTube just to start writing and start your process. But just, you have the internet for one. Once you start sitting down and writing to beats, not only just writing, one of the funnest things you can do. Nobody thinks they can freestyle. When I started, I never thought I'd be able to freestyle. By practicing, I practiced every day probably for 2 years. By the end of it, it was literally top notch. I remember watching a Lil Wayne freestyle and thinking, man, I'll never be able to rap that good. And I go back and watch that now, and I could crush that freestyle.
Yeah.
It's insane to me how much better you can get just everyday practicing. If you love it, you will practice it. And it's not practice because you're loving it. It's just like start freestyling, have fun freestyling, then make sure that you start getting your pen game up, because most people, they get lost like, oh, I just like to freestyle. It's like, no, that's because you're scared of writing. But sit down and start practicing getting ideas down. Use YouTube beats for a while, and then when you're ready, either start a mixtape, use other people's beats, knock out a mixtape, then knock out an album. As soon as you're ready, start buying beats for a relatively cheap price, lease them, and just keep writing. Practice writing hooks. Could just continue practicing forms of what you love doing. And it's really that simple. Just start doing it. It eventually comes together. Then once you get to the spot where you like what you're doing, don't waste your time going to music recording studios, maybe in the beginning, just so you can get a feel for it, but go directly to YouTube, find out what equipment is a good starter package to get. Go buy that online and teach yourself how to use it. You have the best school in the world, which is YouTube, right on the computer. There's a million tutorials for every editing software. Teach yourself how to do it. It's so easy. You just got to get online and do it. You got everything at your fingertips. I don't know. You got anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I would say exactly. All that stuff he said. What was the very first thing you said though?
Just start.
Yeah, just start. Well, sorry, I just want to bounce
No,
off
yeah,
that.
you're good.
So just to go off, just start.
Yeah.
But also to do it from a place of truth. That's it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what type of this just pertains to hip hop artists, but you don't have to be a gangster to make hip hop. Okay, it doesn't matter what walk of life you're in. If you want to do it, then do it, and just do it from a place of truth. You
love it or
write,
not?
yeah, write what's in your heart, and just do it from a place of truth, and start and be consistent. If you truly see it in your mind's eye of something that you want to make for your life, in terms of making a business, making music, or making money off of it, but also to making it your art and your craft, then do it from those places, and be consistent. You have to be consistent about it, and to get it to there. And and you're gonna go through a lot of shit, but fucking can stay consistent and keep your head down and keep on, because down the road you'll look back and think, wow, I've made it a really long way. So that's the only thing I could say.
Yeah, and the truth is if you love it, you'll start it. I mean, there's always barriers for people to get in, but if you really have that feeling that you love it and it's sincere, then most people that already have that feeling, they're already going to start on their own. The people that are questioning it don't know what they want. And I know it's hard to know exactly what path you want to go in life. It's fun to just jump around and start something, but if you freaking love it, you're going to start it. And so just get going, and don't worry. The main thing is, don't compare yourself to other people. You're going to worry about being nowhere near the people that you respect, but that's fine. Don't think about it like that. It's a progression thing. And every day you practice, you won't notice you're getting better, but I swear to God, you are. So just keep practicing.
And you won't fucking, we're relating it to our lives, and that consistency and actually feeling like you're getting somewhere at all.
Yeah.
Like it took us until literally doing this interview with you, and what's happening with us on our TikTok platform has been one of the greatest things for us. And it took us, like I said, I thought at the beginning of this conversation, about 12 years of doing fucking live shows, between 10 and 12, 10 and 12 fucking years of doing fucking live shows before we fucking finally could get,
we couldn't get an online internet
break a fucking a local bubble to where we felt like our music's actually getting heard outside in the world. You know what I'm saying? And that's how much fucking effort it can take. You know what I'm saying? But keep going. If you love it, keep going. That's what we talk about this all the time. I tell them all the time, like, let's just have fun. We have to have fun. I have to fucking have fun with what I'm doing and love it. You know what I mean? As long as we love what we're doing, it gives a fuck about the rest. Because if we're talented, because we focus on what's important, talent and skill, and crafting that motherfucker as sharp as you can, so that it could slice and dice that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So it could get to the core of shit, to hit them right here, to get you where you want to be, uplift you as fast as possible. You know what I'm saying? So so just be consistent, and also do it for the right reasons, because if you do that, then over time, eventually it'll punch through. You'll get that fucker punched. You'll get the hole punched.
But even if it doesn't, like, you got to think about what life is. Life, very rare people have something they enjoy doing their whole life, even if it never works out for you. If you can sit down and spend an hour a day because you love doing something, you put love into what you're doing, and nobody ever hears it, that's the most important part. The quality of your experience is what matters. There's a whole aspect that comes after that when you're writing your music and learning how to market and put it online. And that's, for an artist, is like debilitating. It's a daunting task. It's daunting for me, and I've been focusing on it for a long time. But the most important part is, if you really love it, you're sitting down and you get to have 1 hour, a break from everything, and go into your own world and just enjoy doing it. If you can get that out of it, it's so much more than anybody else can get in the world, because they have no idea what they're doing and they're basically distracting themselves all the time. So if you can dive into something head and just get lost in it for a while, it's a freeing up aspect. I know you got to say something.
That shit to me is like
Yeah.
the encompassment of hip hop and one of the elements of like street entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? You're getting in there, you're getting the hustle on, you're figuring out yourself. You know what I mean? You're figuring all of it out yourself, and you're gonna find your own way to make your own shit. You know, like I love that imagination part implied towards it. Like it's just, it's fun to me. It's a journey. It's like, yes, figure it the fuck out. We can do it. You know, it's exciting. And doing it with him, to me, it's just like one of the most beautiful things in the world, because I get to share this whole experience with my brother. You know what I mean? And that is special. And we say to each other all the time, like, oh man, I'm glad I get to do this with you. But we've also gone through fucking hell with each other, like fighting, you know, you know, there's been a lot of other relationships would have been torn apart just from sheer fucking force of what's going on, you know. Not to say other people are weak or anything, but you know, we've gone through a lot, and it's brought us stronger together, you know, and had those types of situations. So
it does, and that's one thing too, especially as a tangent a little bit, but part of like the goodness of our relationship is when we get in these giant fights, we don't hold back the things that we want to say, and a lot of people do, and so it builds up into these eruptions of giant things. For us, it's just like when something comes up, one of us can be like, what's up, what's the problem, and eventually that leads to a big fight. But that fight, we get out what we need to and then come back through it. No matter how bad it gets, at least we get it out the moment it's there, and it doesn't build up into something giant to where you say something you never want to say. Like, we're forgiving of each other. We're both assholes sometimes, maybe me a little more than him, but it's like it does fuck you. It does though. It does allow us to build a stronger bond the more that we fight and get that stuff out. We try not to, but it does help so much.
Yeah, the bottom line when all that stuff happens, I know this is a huge tangent, but it's just we're brothers and we love each other, and the goal is a common goal. You know, we just want to do well. We want to get when it applied to music, we just want to get our music out and let it be heard, and like I said, have a good impact on people. So, and we know we love each other. We don't want stupid shit to come in between it. But if we have a fucking disagreement, we're gonna say it.
Yep. The gloves are off.
We don't do that. No, hell no. We don't put our hands on each other.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I forgot your question.
I forgot now too, man.
We answered the question, then went off on a tangent.
It, man. I'm enjoying talking to you.
Yeah, for sure. I love that. Yeah, you can like work with your brother and stuff every day. That's cool.
It is.
And
it really is.
Just hang out and stuff.
You could probably see that. Like, I know, just going off what we said just a second ago with the fun and stuff, you could probably see it in our TikTok videos.
Definitely.
You know, like, you know, we're having a good time, and that's for what, like I said, a conversation we have. There's times where we'll be button heads or something, and I'll be like, you know, fuck you, dude, like, you're taking the fun out of it, like, stop, you know, or shit like that. We'll come back and forth. Like, there was one specific instance actually that happened where I just stepped outside and sat down on the port. We have a little patio out here, and I just sat down on it for a few minutes, and we were butting heads, and he knew. I'm like, dude, I'm not having fun. So what the fuck? Like, it's not, if we're not having fun doing this, then why are we doing it? You know, it's a big part of it for me. So I don't know. It shines through. So I'm glad that it comes through on the cameras that we're having a good time. You know, it's important.
Definitely.
Yeah, the videos, by the time they're done, they always look like we're having fun. But up to that point, sometimes you never know what happened the hour before that.
Sometimes our energy, because I don't know if I'm not like super into zodiac and shit, but like I think there's a little bit of weight in it. But he's a Gemini and I'm a Sagittarius, and we're total opposites on the wheel of like the zodiac stuff. And sometimes I feel like when we get around each other, it'll take a second. Like in the morning, we'll meet up, and it's almost like we're two bubbles that just need a second to mesh into one bubble. You know what I mean? And it takes a second. And when they first meet, they kind of bounce off each other, and then give it like an hour, and they start to mold and become one. And then you know, over time, we're making our videos, and we're like on the same page, same frequency type shit.
Yeah, I think we're both really individual people, and so they're like, when we get here, I like doing my thing, you like doing your thing, and then when we have to try to mix it together, it does take a little time for it to mesh.
I just annoy the shit out of him. I'll get here and need to take a second to do my shit, and he's like, "Dude, I'm ready to fucking get to work. Come on, man. Let's go." I'm like, as soon as you fucking step in the door, shut the fuck up. Come on, man. Let's just take a second.
Take an hour to get ready before we can start.
Yeah, nah, that's so cool. Like my brother, he lives on the other side of the country, and yeah, I definitely miss him.
How old is he?
He's 6 years older than me, so he's like
6 years old.
yeah. But
You guys get to talk much?
yeah, we keep in contact a fair bit.
Good.
Like nearly, yeah, probably every day or every second day we'll send a message if that.
I like that. That's good, dude. That's
Yeah.
more than a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely. Like always make sure I tell my family I love them and stuff. Like,
Yeah, us too.
I think that's important. And I don't know, like I do feel it coming through from you guys. Though he's got real good energy together, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it comes through.
That's what's nice about being 18 months apart. We literally did everything together. Every football team I was on, he was on at some point. Every wrestling match we did, we did together. We practiced and competed with each other. We always everything. We worked out together. Everything we were doing. Golf. It didn't matter. We were doing. We played and did everything together.
He's a scratch golfer.
Wow.
He's a scratch golfer. I don't know if you golf. That means it's basically par.
Wow. I've played. I love it, but I'm probably the worst golfer like you'd meet.
Dude, it's not an easy game.
I love going golfing with Nate now because he's got dreadlocks and people like walk on the field on the fucking course. Nate just rips a fucking 300+ yard drive.
Wow.
They're like, "What the fuck, dude?"
me and my buddy, we'd go out to the golf course and we'd go bet people. We'd go stand on the 9th hole and I'd let my dreadlocks down, like, "Hey, you guys want to play for some money?" And they're always like, "Oh yeah, I'd love to." And then I just crush one on the green from like 330.
Yes.
It's great. They're like, "You motherfuckers."
How'd you get the torque in those hips like that, man?
Just hustling.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking so you got a wife, kids, you married?
Yeah, I got
girlfriend?
a wife and 2 kids. So
Okay.
I got the youngest is like 7, and the oldest is 10.
Okay, cool.
But
cool.
they're like best friends, 2 brothers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good.
awesome.
That's good. So what's it like out there right now, like economy wise in Australia? Is it like the shut down still? Is shit rough? Like what's going on?
I think in the cities, like everywhere's starting to get back to normal. But I know that it was pretty bad for a lot of people for like the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of
Yeah.
into the economic stuff. I'm not super keen on any like anything important, but I've heard things about Australia and how you guys got hit hard when the shutdowns and stuff like that. And I was surprised.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I was just hearing about it too, like from other people, because where I live now, like this small town, we sort of didn't really see it. We were pretty lucky. Like COVID sort of just came here like a couple months ago, and that's the first we've seen of it, kind of thing.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah,
we got shut down for a
Well,
while.
he's saying like people actually getting sick, right?
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy that people are like just now getting it.
Yeah.
I mean, we had like a lot of people sick for a long time.
So did your town just function normally when it was all going on? When you guys had like when the COVID shutdowns were happening all around the world?
Yeah, pretty much. Like
That's awesome.
Yeah, we just kept on, like we're going to work every day, and there's like
masks. Were people wearing masks and shit?
We ended up having to, but not till like I felt like it was a long time after. Like I kind of always felt like we're like the last place here to get it, because you'd always hear about everything going on everywhere, and you're like, oh, I'm pretty lucky here. It just felt like it wasn't even real.
Yeah, when that's why I asked the question, because from over here, the shit, like I said, the shit I was hearing was like making it sound like Australia is kind of like China, like they're just fucking bolted in their houses. And it sounds like you're actually in a small town. You're like, oh, we didn't really get hit that much. They made us wear masks down the road, but like we just did what we wanted.
Yeah.
In our hometown, like my mom and dad still live back where we grew up in our small hometown, and it was just like they were like, like fuck these masks, like we're not fucking wearing them.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, I mean, I won't get too political on it, but everyone's got their own opinion about the shit.
Yeah.
But I definitely am interested in what hearing it from a person's mouth for who lives there.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I know the, especially like the part of Australia I'm in, like I'm in Western Australia, that was really isolated from the rest of the country as well. So yeah, all my family's on the other side of the country. I guess that was the hardest thing. I didn't get to see anyone for a long time. But yeah, as far as like being impacted, like yeah, our town was pretty lucky.
Yeah, that's cool. At least you didn't have to deal with the hardships of it.
Nah,
I didn't get hit hard with it myself, but I know a lot of other people really had a hard time with it.
yeah. So it was big where you guys are living now?
I don't know.
Idaho was one of the being here was one of the best places. It almost didn't do much here
In the
Yeah.
States.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Idaho is like really red, really Republican, and so
Yeah.
they push back like, no, we're not going to do all this. I mean, there were some businesses that got shut down, and a little bit of that in terms of economic push, but mostly where we're at, everybody was like, nah. They're like a bunch of hillbillies. They're like, nah, we ain't doing nothing. But a lot of places around us just like shut, almost everywhere around us shut down. California and Oregon and Washington, everywhere around us was just like shut down. So
It sounded to me like Portland was like I don't know, like just on like patrol city almost. Like they would let you go do things. It sounded
Wow.
California is still like that. Like a lot of places, you have to have a vaccination to even get in right
Yeah,
now.
and I don't know. I just things like that. It's definitely a touchy subject if you're going to speak on it publicly. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely not the way to go about it. If you're going to shut down the entire world and expect people to stay in their fucking houses and then patrol them like they're inmates.
Yeah, definitely. It's pretty full on, eh?
Yeah.
Feels like it feels kind of 1984 Orwellian when you hear when, like like the stories I was hearing. I'm like, Jesus, it sounds like and also too, I've seen videos of like, dude, and this is just like stuff I've seen on the internet, but like I saw a video of a drone in China. It was like telling people stay in your houses.
Holy shit. That's
It's like
nuts.
saying this is curfew, like don't go out. We're watching the streets. I'm like, holy fucking 1984. You know
Wow.
that book from back in the day? You ever
Yeah.
heard that? Okay, okay.
I didn't know that had drones going around.
Yeah, I just saw one video of it. I'm not sure how in depth it is or anything.
Yeah, no, it's probably real. That's pretty full on.
Right.
Yeah. What do you guys got planned for the next, like, say, what's your outlook for the next 12 months? Do you have any specific goals or anything you work on that you can share with us?
Besides releasing the album, I don't really set too many goals. I just work on whatever I see coming up next. We did just get a bunch of merch that we're getting ready to launch on our website,
Yep.
so that we can get out like t-shirts like this, and we got some hoodies and a few new items we're gonna add on there. We got the album
Awesome.
coming out, which I think we're probably gonna release in singles, and then at the end we'll have a full album. I'm not
Yep.
sure of how we're gonna do that. We haven't decided quite yet, but we kind of been turning down shows right now. We've been getting asked quite a bit, but we're kind of turning those down so we can focus on online stuff and hopefully build that into some kind of tour around the world. Around the world really would be fantastic. But yeah, we're getting a lot of those kind of offers coming in daily from people. What did you wanted to say something?
Yeah, well, I was just gonna like be more precise about like more local shows that we have been doing. I guess is more what we've been turning down. We're just trying to build our audience. We're trying to build ourselves up into the next level of our career. So staying focused on building our TikTok audience, on that online presence, and also branding ourselves, doing things like podcasts, getting ourselves out there, letting the audience be familiarized with fucking who we are as people, our personalities, giving depth to us,
Yep.
and bringing them more in as an audience, you know what I mean, and just building it up more and more, so that we can make it our life, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But that's my focus really in the next within the not even the next year, just going forward, keep on building that momentum, bringing in more people and making it so that when we sell, when we do a show, whether it's in fucking Australia, Minneapolis, Canada, fucking Brazil, that we can sell we can sell it out, you know, and
Yep.
and have confidence that we're going to sell it out, and that we have a fan base there, you know.
Yeah.
So to me, it's as simple as that, and it's just, and right now it feels like we have a little bit of momentum, so we're just going to keep building onto it and adding on to that energy for me, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I think you guys are going to kill it.
Yeah, thanks. We're working on it, man. Every day we're here every day almost. I think sometimes he takes the weekends off, but
Yep.
man, we're here every day working on something.
Man,
I take
amazing.
every
So like he said,
Sundays I'm taking off, man.
yeah, he works a full-time job though too. So I work here at the studio, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah, definitely. That's pretty cool. You get to, like work there, and that's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. It's
You know,
great.
just living music. What would be like your dream, I guess, like if you had to do a song with someone that you haven't done one with before, like it could be anyone in the world, who would you work with on a song?
If I'm going for like talent wise, I'm going for Brother Ollie or Rakim probably. If I'm going for like somebody I really respect and I like what they're doing right now, and I want more people to see it, I'm probably going for like a Russ or a Pharrell. I think I would like to work with one of those two. Like it would be amazing to work with Pharrell or Russ. Really, I'm impressed by what they do. I like Pharrell's style of creating music with people. I think he
Yep.
brings new shit out of people that they didn't even know was in there, and I would like to go through that process. Actually, Rick Rubin. I would love to work
Oh,
with
yeah.
Rick Rubin. That
Yeah.
would be amazing. That'd probably be my number one right now. If I could work with anybody, Rick, get a hold of me, man.
Yeah.
I don't
Put it
even, I
out
don't
there.
even know. Honestly, I don't even know. I don't think about those kinds of things, honestly. And but if I was gonna say off the top of my head, probably Dr. Dre. Seems like
Wow. Yeah.
I could probably sit in the
Yeah.
studio with Dr. Dre and just be like, yo, man, like fiddle with some shit. It might mesh, you know.
Pull out the fiddle.
You get my point. You know, my personality and the way he might make it, just like, yo, man, just throw some shit on. Let's see, get some jingles going, get a beat going,
Yep.
and we'll see what fucking chimes, and we'll get some fucking wheels churning, you know.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. He'd put his magic on there too.
Oh, right, like just fucking smoke one, fucking get going, you know.
Everyone's gonna be saying that about you guys, that they want you soon.
Oh, that dude, I can't. I can't wait for
That's the fucking dream right there.
that.
Yeah.
I want to work with
No,
holistic
honestly,
meditation.
that like things
Yeah.
like that is an honor to even heard. You know, that's cool. It makes, like I said earlier, it makes me feel like I'm doing my job, and it
Yeah.
makes me happy. Makes me want to continue my work in the world. You know.
Definitely continue.
We
Who
will.
is it? Is it
Go
hard
ahead.
coming up with your merch and stuff? Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay.
No, it's really easy to come up with our merch. Especially now that I'm using Fiverr, you could get anything you want designed on there. They do
Yep.
an incredible job. But go ahead. What were you gonna
Merch
say?
is exciting as fuck to me right now because we just are on the like we have like, if we each showed you how many boxes we have in the studio, you'd be like, oh man, they got a lot of merch. we just got a fucking bunch of merch in. We have to upload it onto our Shopify. But merch
Yep.
is just exciting to me because it's part of that hustle I was talking about earlier. Like right
Yep.
now, so we're getting it dialed in terms of like exact, like the best shit. I want to get shit that I'm like, man, when people buy it, they like that clothing, they like the
Yep.
quality, they like what they're putting on their body, like the
Wow.
color, they like the print, they like the designs we got
Yes.
going on, you know. So I want to upgrade all of it, you know, essentially. That I'm gonna get those fucking new fucking designs. I want to get
Yep.
cool colors in them. I want to get fucking different shit, different t-shirts, different styles of t-shirts, different types of sweatshirts, sweatpants, cups. Nate wants cups. He's set on those cups. Fucking,
That's cool.
I just
I'll
wanna
definitely get a
expand
cup.
that shit. Turn it.
See, you
What?
get a cup.
Yeah, right, dude. We
Insulated.
appreciate you. Fully insulated. No, you know, turn it into some fucking Amazon shit, shipping all
Yeah.
over the world. Just
Yeah.
get it out there, you know, fucking, but all from the basis of like people that enjoy our shit and
Yeah.
have love for what they're receiving from us. Value to value, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Adding value to other people's lives through our craft.
Yeah.
easing that suffering at the same time through that value. It's like this whole fucking encompassing thing. But then also too, yes, making our lives better and hopefully giving you some good fucking product at the same time while making our lives better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Everyone wins.
Yeah, I don't know. It's exciting to me. It's exciting as
Yeah.
fuck. And it's just this journey, like
Yeah.
being in it, you know, it's like, man, like getting a cell. When you get a cell, you're like, fuck, Nate, we got a cell. He'll hit me up. Like, dude, we got one. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, man, let's keep it going. Like, I fucking love that. I don't know. It's just like I said,
Yeah.
it's exciting and
Like
it's
the hustle.
the journey of life and just
Yeah.
and watching it happen. But sure, and also it goes back to what we're talking about, that consistency and how much time and effort you put into something, and before you fucking finally can feel like you're piercing through and getting somewhere. And right now it feels that energy is just right at our fingertips, it feels like. And I can feel it. It's fucking electric. And I just we're so focused like a laser beam on it, and together too with our intention, that it's coming through very well, and we're having a great time doing it. So to me, it's just like, it's like encompassing of life and what life should be, you know. And we're doing the good things outside of that shit to make it fizzle more. Like we're not going out getting drunk and doing stupid shit. Like we're taking care, have good diets, you know, like we're being balanced in our lives, so it adds to it more. So it's just exciting.
That's cool shit, man. So what's like an average day for you guys? Like, you're saying like you're living healthy and stuff.
I usually wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, start reading my book. I'm reading like a book called The Book of Secrets, which is like 112 meditation techniques.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a fucking read it, man. This thing's giant.
Wow.
I haven't started on it yet because I'm reading a different one.
It's an interesting
That's
book.
cool.
It's a book about all 112 meditation techniques. One of them will work for every personality type. So I've just been reading through that, practicing those.
Bible, dude.
Then it's way better than a Bible. But
no, like the way it's written, it's like
no, it's not.
Two lines. How can I read that much?
That's cool.
But then I get up and I go exercise, I go for a jog, do some kind of workout.
Yeah.
And then I kind of my favorite time of the day is between like 5 and 8 because nobody's bothering me. My phone's not going off. I actually can you know, get the things done I need. Then I come here, meet my brother here at the studio every day at 8 a.m. and we work on music until we're done. And then he has to go to work usually. And then after that, then I go figure out what I'm going to eat.
So usually my day can fluctuate, but usually, so I'll get up, I'll get up and I'll do a freestyle at the studio for an hour before we start on our shit. So like I have a full-time job, so I'll do that. I'll get up early. He gets up earlier than me because he's just an early bird. But I'll get up like say if we're gonna start at 8, I'll get here at 7, and then I'll do that freestyle for an hour, and then we'll do our fucking TikTok and edit it down and shit. And I might have to be to work by like 10:30, and usually I have to like run out the door and just get to work. So I'll go to work and work for like 8 hours. And if I work at 10:30, I'm usually off by like 7-ish. And so I'll get up at 7 and then come back here and do like or light workout maybe, and then I go right now. I'm doing like we're doing this crazy fucking strict diet. So here in the recent times, I have to go home and make this fucking tea, and it takes forever. And then I will take a Epsom salts bath and then go to bed.
Yeah, today is the
That's
very
awesome.
last day of 1 month of us doing a raw like fruit and vegetable fast. And I'm so tired of fruits and vegetables right now. I lost like 25 pounds in the last month doing this Dr. Sebi diet. And oh my gosh, dude. Today I get to eat cooked food and I can't fucking wait, man.
That's awesome.
Walnuts in my hand.
Wow.
We have
these nuts.
Yes. These nuts.
Right now it's been a little bit different because of the diet and just staying on that regimen and shit. But usually it's definitely right in that same pocket, with that exercise. Usually that exercise will take up that time with the diet. but
Yeah.
recently it hasn't had the ability to. So I've just been toning it back.
So that's the day in our life.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
I think, dude, like literally, like I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, I have to be. I have no more room for stupid shit, and I have to be focused for me, so I can get where I want and be the person I want to be in the world. You know, and
Yeah.
to accomplish what I see in my mind's eye. And there's no more ifs, ands, or buts about how I'm going to function in that. You know, but that requires me being disciplined in all those facets, and then also to getting rest. The rest is as much as discipline is required, the rest is required also, and the wind down. Because me and my brother, I think we have similar difficulties with that at times, with winding down because of growing up on a fucking farm, having to do shit
Yeah.
every day. Our dad was crazy. He wanted us to be like Titans, so we were like in the weight room at like 6 a.m. as like an 8-year-old kid doing like, I'm not even exaggerating. Like he had us doing full fucking workouts at like, I was 8 years old and he was like 10.
Yeah.
So shit like that, like, you know, trauma, bro.
Yeah.
It's not, I'm just joking. But it ingrained it into us. We were fucking, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Sounds
I
like
gotta
that
do something.
foundation.
I feel like I got to do something all the time. So it's hard to wind down at times is all.
Yeah. That's pretty cool though. Like you get that discipline, I guess, from that young age to do something.
Oh yeah, honestly, dude, like even though I say the trauma side, like it's good for us because we, just like you said, we get up easily
Yeah.
and we're up the crack of dawn and we're fucking ready to get shit going and get on the ball, you know,
Yeah.
and get it done. And it's been here, especially right now with what's happening. It's made it so that we could get to this point, and also too during this time we're able to just stay at it and stay consistent, you know, without where other people would take a falter and maybe take a break, and because they're tired, we fucking can not just power through it, but we can make our way through it and ride that wave, you know.
Yeah.
Are you an MMA fan?
I haven't. It's not. I only sort of just been getting into it just from people at work, but yeah, I wouldn't say that
Okay,
I've been a big follower of it.
oh dude, there's a giant fight today. I can't wait. At our time, it's like I guess the prelims start soon, but the main card starts at 12. Islam versus Charles Oliveira. I can't wait for this fight, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I do watch the fights with people and stuff. Like it's cool as, but I don't know all their names. So I reckon it's exciting.
Oh, I can't wait for this fight, man. Fuck.
Oh well, I
Anyway,
won't
side
keep you
note.
too long.
Oh, you're good,
Well,
man.
no,
You're good, man. I was just curious if you were excited for the fight today, but
Oh, so yeah, more like love boxing and stuff.
oh, nice,
Watching
nice.
that, but yeah,
That Spence Crawford fight should be good, huh?
yeah, and got a few good fighters over here. But I'd love to go to a live match over there one day.
Yeah, hell yeah,
That'd
dude.
be
Those Vegas fights.
yeah, that'd be all incredible. How important's like health to you guys? Like you're saying you're on a strict diet. You know, it sounds like it's really got a good concept going on, like with your training and everything.
Health is really important. We've both had like a lot of issues from wrestling and football and weightlifting, and my brother's crushed some discs in his back. I've got 3 herniated discs in my neck. You don't really
Damn.
realize how important health is until you start losing it, and then if you can't bring some kind of discipline in and take the responsibility to work on healing it, your life just gets debilitated. And life, no matter how much money you have or anything that's good going on in your life, when you start getting body pain, it changes the entire way you interact with people in life. So if you could take the time to put yourself on a path of some kind of like health, maybe eat a little bit less. The more you can have an empty stomach, the more your body can heal itself. um and just, I mean, taking care of your body, man, it's the only thing. It really is the only one you got, but it's so hard to know until it's too late sometimes. And it's, if you're still alive,
fucking caught in your emotions, while you're in it.
honestly, if you're still alive, it's not too late. And
Yeah.
that's the truth. So if just do as much research into whatever problems you're going through and try to fix it. There's some good doctors online you can listen to, but really health is extremely important, and not just health in your body, health in your mental state. You want, health to me is just waking up and being ready, being excited about life, just being ready to go and enjoying it that day. So
But your diet affects that so much, and people don't fucking put any like the amount of weight that Americans put on that shit is just so minimal. And if you don't fucking eat right, then you're not gonna fucking feel good. And if you don't feel good, then what? You're not gonna perform well. You're
Yeah.
not, at your peak. So that's important.
yeah, health is a weird thing. It's just really hard to pinpoint what health is. But again, to me, it's just waking up and being like, fuck yes, today I'm ready to live
Yeah.
life. But,
Wow.
yeah, anyways, that's
Eh,
my perspective on it.
Do you have any other books that you love? Like, that you're reading now, the Book of Secrets. What other books
Dude,
do you
I'll tell you some beautiful books. There's the book called The Path of Paradox that was written by Osho. That fucking book is amazing. The Tao Te Ching was written by Lao Tzu, and that book anybody that's sensitive at all, that book will change your life. It's if you can find the translation by Stephen Mitchell, it's man, it's just one of the most elegant, well put books that you'll ever come across. It's so you could read through the whole thing in a day. It's probably like
Yep.
90 pages it's only just short little paragraphs like this on each page, but direct to the point.
Yep.
And there's just something about that book, man, that just will touch you in the right spots if you're really looking for the things like I was looking for. I searched through all a bunch of different religions, didn't find anything that really touched me, and then I found the Tao Te Ching, which they did make Taoism into a religion, but I don't think the religion does it justice for what Lao Tzu wrote the book for. And that's amazing. I'm not Taoist or anything, but that book has high quality. It's outside of tradition. It's about living fresh.
Wow.
And do you have any books?
No, yeah, I mean, a lot of the books that you have turned me on to. Nate's like that guy in my life. He's my older brother, so he's always put me on that shit. But like this, I would say the one that Joe Rogan always fucking recommends. What's it? The freedom of art, or the art of the war of art. Yeah, and the art of war. Both of them are good. I like I read the art of war too, and I like that. There's old concepts in it, but the art of war I think has beneficial points too. And there's one. Let's stretch. There's I think it's here. Maybe it's not here. I thought my book was here. It must be at the house. But yeah, there was one called the Edgar Casey Companion. Oh, it's right here. This is one I'm reading right now. It's different, but it's my like approach to spiritual stuff in my own way. But if you're looking for spiritual things, it's called the Edgar Casey Companion. And Edgar Casey was an American like psychic essentially. But there's a lot of really spiritual stuff in there and also diet, anything that relates to like diet, spiritualness, like history, reincarnation, a lot of stuff like that. I'm interested in cool shit like that. So that one is really interesting to me.
There's also another one called the Art or Inner Engineering, which is by Satguru. That's a pretty good book. I mean, I wouldn't say it's as good as The Path of Paradox or the Tao, but it is a really good book.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna have to check them all out.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the Tao and the Path of Paradox, you can't be. Honestly, the Book of Secrets is right now. I'm only like 600 pages into it, but it's good. It's good.
Wow.
A lot of our shit that we like to read is like apparent, or like I think it's very apparent, but it's on like self improvement. You know what I mean? Like soul growth, spiritualness, philosophies. Things along those lines.
That's what I'm chasing now. Yeah, that's cool.
Good. I think that's what the world needs. Like, a lot of the way I look at shit and how I have a lot, it's like we're all technical. We're fucking so technical, but we're gonna blow our fucking heads off with this shit. We got to know inside. We got to know ourselves. As simple as that. That's where the real work is left to be done. That's the last uncharted fucking frontier. You think it's space or the ocean? No, it's not. It's your heart. And we need to figure it out as a humanity before we can fucking truly ascend. And having love is the base of it, in my opinion. Just start from there and then and work your way.
Man, that's awesome. It's definitely got like a deep presence, and I can feel it. Like he's just, I don't know, he's like real wise.
I don't know how. I have no idea. Definitely not me.
This man. It's those books. I'm definitely gonna look them up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please,
they're
please do,
so really
man.
cool, man.
They're
Like,
good. They're good.
The Edgar Casey one I think is great for spiritual journey, and it's yours are great in their own light, but I like that one in my for what's going on, not what's going on with me, but just my own reflection. I think if someone's looking for a spiritual journey or maybe some type of way to find a path, I think that something's in some of those books for you. You know what I mean, for a person.
Really, the importance of all these books to me is like they're trying to throw you back into yourself. Some of them are just giving you a path into understanding a way for you to start becoming responsible for yourself and not looking for help in the outside world. Learning to stop being like, oh, how do I do this? And being like, oh, this is who I am and this is how I'm going to act by listening to myself. These books are only pointers to get you to stop looking for help from everybody. It's like you don't need it so much. You just need to shut the fuck up and learn to listen to yourself.
Then you
Yeah.
can help others.
Still, that
Once
all comes together.
I
That's
know,
all one
I know,
thing.
but it's all encompassing, essentially. You know what I mean? You're like, I don't know. You gotta. You'll help. You'll fucking. You'll figure your shit out, and then you can be of service.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
It's like, but that's like that works by itself. It's like when you find how to listen to yourself, your actions are only coming from that place, and the reflection is helping others. But that's not even the intention. The intention is you're just being yourself, and that shines a light so bright, it's naturally a helper to other people. But until you know how to listen to yourself, you're not going to be any help to anybody else.
Damn. Yeah.
This is the point in the conversation we would start arguing about something that's the exact same point, but I think that we're not going to today.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. How do you keep up with your TikTok? Like,
It's got harder, to be honest. It's got harder, but there's nothing in the beginning. There's nothing like the first time I opened my TikTok and it said 99 plus notifications. I was like, oh shit.
yeah.
Screenshot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I mean, we went from like 3,000 followers to 100,000 followers in a couple months. And it was like, it's been
Wow.
great though. Like it's been great. What
was the question? I didn't hear what you asked.
What's it like? How do you keep up with your TikTok?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I felt like it went from like 3,000 to like 17, and then we were stuck at like 16, 17 for a minute, and then it went a little bit more.
I guess that's all just minute details. But anything else you want to clarify for us?
No, go ahead.
Okay, and thanks for interrupting that. But it's crazy, man. When you start seeing that, it's like when you start from where we did and put so much time into making this good music that you love and is good.
Yeah.
But it's just getting no love because you have no online presence. You can only get it out to the people on Facebook, which 2,500 friends you have, and they all like it, but you can't get it out more when it starts going. Yeah. There's no feeling like it, man. It's just like the first time it happened and we had a video go to like 800,000, it was like drugs. You're just like the high was incredible, man. And when that starts happening, you really can't keep up with it. You do your best to comment back, but then when there's like 3,000-4,000 comments, you just like, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
You do your best though. And like people like you find us and then we could start relationships from that. And so it's been keeping up with it. Right now, it's not quite to the point where it's impossible to keep up with, but it's getting damn close. So my answer is just do your damn best.
Yeah. I'm impressed with like, yeah, cool. Like you just I do see you try to respond to a lot of people and it's like, man, how the hell? Like,
there's two of us.
Yes, we both make an effort, and he stays on me. He's like, you gotta fucking comment back to those guys, man. If you don't fucking, he's like, we gotta keep it right. And like I said, I got a fucking full-time job, so I'll be like in the elevator trying to comment to people, or on my lunch break, like
we're hanging out in the porta potty.
Yeah, right. Fucking, but yeah, dude, I'm trying to rattle those comments back off, and he stays on me about it, definitely. But they're both of us, having two of us is really helpful because he's seriously like, if not on one of those big videos, like the first one that went to 800,000 initially, dude, we couldn't. One of us would have literally had to sit down all day and be intent of that's what you do.
We tried
you have
one
to go
day.
through all day. We did it for
we started for 1 hour. We sat down and we started at the bottom and just tried to go as far as we could up. And in like 45 minutes, we barely made it through 100. We weren't going to make it through in 24 hours.
It's definitely really difficult. Like, but it's important because you want to have that, God, not just like not relating with
You
them.
want them to feel appreciated for being a part of what you're doing.
Yeah, you want to. Yeah,
And we
exactly.
do. We appreciate them so much, from where having nothing to having people care. I genuinely mean everything I say. Like, it means so much that these people give a fuck about what we're doing and take the time to listen or buy the music.
Right? Because like we said, it's gone so long with trying to get to this place. So it's like, yeah, we want to fucking interact with everyone and build more of a connection and let them get to know us better too.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely glad I found you guys. It's
Me too.
super cool. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, dude.
Thank you, man.
Again,
We
man,
appreciate
I
you.
can't. I mean, Thomas Berryman TV, baby. I love it.
Yeah.
We appreciate you
I
getting us on.
seriously, dude, you're the best, man. I'm so excited to be here and be a part of this, and it means a
Wow.
lot that that you care at all about what we're doing, man.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, love everything you do. Like, had to get you.
I want to ask though, just off the top of my head, like, do you have any like when you watch our TikToks, what do you like and what don't you like, or is there anything you don't like, or you have any critiques about it? Or like
Man,
any criticism, like constructive criticism towards it?
honestly, no. It, it just makes you feel good when you open up one of your TikToks, because you just look so happy, and you just got like crazy energy. Sometimes I just constantly going through your videos just to feel, if I'm feeling down, I'll check on some of your stuff.
Okay.
I
and,
love
and
that.
it brings me back
I
up.
love that, dude. That's
I
awesome.
I do like that too. I like to be an outsource or someone to
Yeah.
provide that in someone's life. It's important, and that's what art's about, right? That's a
Yeah.
part of what art's about, is to make it so that you can bring that moment to someone. So that's good.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
glad. That's kind of what we want. We're having fun. Hopefully, it comes off that way to everybody else and makes their
Yeah.
day
So
better.
I couldn't even have any like input. Yeah. It's just, I think it does. It brings a good feeling already. I don't know.
Good. There's a few
For me.
channels I go to for the same stuff, of like prank
Yeah.
channels that just, man, they make my day better when I watch these guys fuck with each
Yeah.
other.
We would have a good prank
Yeah.
channel, but
Nah, I would get too
we
serious.
take it too far. I know we would.
Yeah. Nah, he's got a good thing going now. I reckon just keep that winning formula.
Hell yes. Thank you. We will.
Yeah.
And you're gonna like the new shit we're gonna put out too. Like the album, the duo album, we definitely are both very happy with it. And there's some definitely some fucking really good tracks on there that I'm real excited for people to hear. So it'll be nice to start, putting that, to do that, because when we do it on TikTok, we're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna put this, we're gonna promote it on there and try to get that energy around it for this pre-releases.
I'm excited to release a song called "Losing Control." It's pretty good.
I'm excited. There's a few
Wow.
of them, like Island and Freedom.
There's a lot. There's a lot of good ones. Well, you'll hear it when they come out.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Right?
I'll definitely be getting it. I have to get some of your merch too. I'll be buying some. Where can people buy your merch?
So if you already follow us on our holistic meditation TikTok, just go right to the link tree, which is like the link in my bio. It's right below my name. When you click on that, it will take you to the first link is actually t-shirts, signed CDs, and our merch. And then after that, there's a YouTube link. There's music video links. There's my both of my albums on all platforms. You can that one link will take you to everything you can possibly get from us. So it's pretty simple. That link tree shit's pretty cool. So yeah, just go there, hit the merch option.
Yeah, and today probably today, or after we get done with this and the UFC fights, we're gonna update that merch, because there is merch on our Shopify, but we just got a fuck ton of new merch in yesterday or the day before, and this is one of the sweatshirts that we got.
Yeah. Nice.
And they're pretty nice. I wore it to fucking work yesterday, and everybody's like, "Yo, I like that sweatshirt." I'm like, "Shit, man, you should buy one."
Yeah, definitely. Give them the link.
Yeah, but we're gonna update it all and get all this new stuff in there. So
Yeah, we'll have it in there in the next couple days. So
Yeah. What time is it there now?
it is 10:10.
10:10. Oh, nice.
10:10. Yeah. You're going at midnight right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I think.
Oh my God,
we're
dude.
total opposites,
It's
dude.
crazy. That was so funny what you said though, because they're like a day ahead of us. He's like, we got flying cars here, man, because he's a day ahead of us. I was like, what day is it? He's like, oh, it's basically talking about the future. It was hilarious, dude.
So it's tomorrow.
I cracked
there.
up when you said
It's
that.
tomorrow there?
It will be, and now it's
So
tomorrow.
is it the 23rd? Your day?
Yeah, I think so. I've actually lost
Damn,
track.
dude, you're a day ahead of me.
Yeah.
It's weird, right? Shows our measurements are
Yeah,
retarded.
it doesn't. It kind of is strange, huh?
Yeah. It's nice. And then you've got like different places there, all different time zones and
Yeah, dude. You guys don't have different time zones there?
yeah, we do, but not as like I don't
Not as
think there's
separated.
not as much like the East Coast. I think is 2 hours ahead of us.
Okay. Dude, well
Uh,
thank you for fucking even staying up with us till midnight, bro. Like I'm in bed by 10. So
Yeah.
the fact that you even did this interview with us at 10, thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm usually in bed early, but yeah, I
Okay.
definitely
Well,
wanted
thank
to.
you, man. You're the best for doing that.
Nah, thanks. I didn't want to miss it. Do you have a message for the world?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the messages in the music, but if I had something I think is the most important thing to tell somebody, I think the more time you can spend being quiet, the more time you can take to just sit still and just let everything rest. It's almost like muddy water. Like when your mind's going crazy, you got a lot of anxiety, you got the whole world going on. The more times that you can take and sit down and not stir up the mud of your mind and let the water settle a little bit, the less anxiety you'll have, the more calmness you'll bring in, and the better you'll be able to hear yourself. You'll be able to start hearing that inner voice a little bit better. So the more time you can take to be silent and be quiet and just do nothing. People avoid it like the plague. They always want to be distracted. And the things that they're searching for in distraction, you can actually find in quietness, that fulfillment and that lack of avoidance. And the reason you're trying to distract yourself is just because you're scared of feeling and thinking all the things that are going on. But the more that you can sit still and be quiet, the more those things go away and you see you don't need to run from them. And then your mind and your emotions start working with you and not against you. So the more time you can take and be silent, I think is the most important thing you can do in your life.
Wow.
I would say live free, live in love, and go after truth.
And all those things that he just named, they come from being silent. The more you're silent, the more those things become a real possibility. Those things are all great ideas, but they don't become alive until you're able to listen to yourself and sit with yourself. Those are all inherent qualities of your natural being. Love and freedom, these things come about when you're able to really breathe. And you can't breathe while you're suffocated by wanting to be distracted. So that's just my 2 cents on that. But
I disagree. Hey,
Yeah.
Thomas, we appreciate you having us, man.
Yo,
Seriously, bro.
Holistic Meditation
Thanks.
Emcee Monkey D.
Renegades.
ThomasBerrymanTV, the best TV in the world. Holistic Meditation Emcee Monkey D, man. Thank you so much, brother. We appreciate
Wow.
you more than you know.
Thank you guys, and yeah, it's awesome. I'll
Seriously.
definitely keep in touch with you.
Hell yeah, dude.
man.
Please do, bro.
You got an open line to us anytime, man.
Yeah, and if you ever would like to have us back, it'd be a pleasure to be back on your show, man.
Thanks. Yeah, definitely one day, man. That'd be awesome. We'll do a part 2.
Don't ever hesitate to reach out and ask, man. We're more than willing.
That would be great.
Thanks. Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
of course, brother. Of course, brother. Thank you again, man.
Thanks. I'll enjoy your fight, and I'll talk to you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Nothing but love, brother.
Same.
peace,
Love. Catches.
See you, bud.
When I'm chopping
If you know this instrumental, 10% off our merch store in the comments.
go like this. Been a long time coming, I'm swinging like Paul Bunyan. When I'm chopping down your forest and Vegas like tall onions, then I'm taking over dungeon. The wizard is getting something to switching into a visit to trigger my introduction. Function, conjunction, junction. Move about the way, then remove assumption that you might have had. Something that's fucking with my eruption. I'm touching up anything that brought you into this discussion.
I'm like a shark in the water, take you down to the depths. You never seen it's like a scheme of methodical steps. I get my reps when I wish. No, I clean the dish and then the splish and the splash like a talent so cash. I let it bash like the brothers been to cover your nuts. I'll be all over the ropes, you know I'm deep in the cuts. And never shut stays open, keep you company straight. Just because you win the ring, it ain't a fucking debate.